Imagine sending a message you cannot take back. Not, "Where are you?" Not, "Can you grab milk?" Something smaller and heavier. "I miss you." "Are we okay? Can we talk?" You press send. The message lands on another person's screen. For a second, nothing happens. The phone is just glass. The room is just quiet. Then, under your message, 3 little dots appear. Someone is typing. And instantly, silence changes shape. It is no longer empty. It is occupied. Maybe their thumbs are moving. Maybe they are hovering. Maybe they are writing a sentence, deleting it, writing another one, pausing, deciding how honest to be. You do not know. All you know is that the dots are there. 3 small pulses on a screen. And suddenly, waiting becomes watching. This is one of the strangest emotional inventions in modern life. The typing indicator. It is almost nothing. No face, no voice, no words. Just a sign that words might be coming. Before messaging apps, silence was simpler. Not easier. Not kinder. Just less visible. If you left a voicemail, sent an email, or waited by a phone, the pause had privacy. Someone could be thinking, busy, or searching for the right words. But you could not see the pause happen. The silence belonged to them. Then digital communication started adding little windows into the backstage. Read receipts. Last seen. Delivered. Typing. Each one was meant to make conversation feel less like throwing messages into the dark. And in a way, they work. There is comfort in knowing someone is there. The dots say, "It arrived, it mattered enough to open, and it caused movement on the other side." But the typing indicator does something more complicated than comfort. It says, "Someone is here, but you still do not know what they are going to do." That is the tiny trap. Presence without meaning. Attention without an answer. Proof that the silence is alive, but not proof that it is kind. If the dots appear quickly, maybe they care. If they stay too long, maybe the answer is complicated. If they disappear, maybe they changed their mind. And that is the moment the screen becomes almost unbearable. The dots were there. Then they were gone. No message. No explanation. Just the empty space underneath your last sentence. Somehow, that can feel worse than if nothing had happened at all. Because now, you are not only waiting for a reply, you are waiting for a reply that almost existed. Maybe they wrote, "I miss you too," and deleted it. Maybe the app is delayed. Maybe nothing dramatic happened. But the dots do not let you stay with maybe nothing. They give your imagination a starting point. A person waiting for a message can turn 3 dots into an entire weather system. Hope, dread, suspicion, tenderness, panic. All from an animation so small it can fit inside a bubble. The strangest part is that the dots barely give us information. They do not reveal the sentence or the tone, only that something is unfinished. And unfinished things have power. Now imagine the other side. They type, "I miss you too," then erase it. They type, "This is complicated," then erase that. They type your name, then stop. On their side, this is private. It feels like thinking, like searching for the least wrong sentence. But on your side, all that hesitation becomes a signal. 3 dots. 3 dots. Nothing. The interface has turned a private process into shared suspense. Not the words, not the reason. Just the outline of someone struggling to answer. This is why the dots can feel intimate. A message, when it finally arrives, can look clean. One apology. One carefully neutral, no worries. But the dots hint at everything that happened before the sentence became final. The false starts, the deleted anger, the softened truth, the thing almost said. In face-to-face conversation, we have always read the moment before speech. A breath, a glance away, a mouth opening, then closing. The typing indicator brought that pre-speech feeling into text. It gave written conversation a breath, but removed the body. So we are left with the signal and none of the context. That is why the same 3 dots can mean completely different things. Someone is laughing. Someone is trying not to be cruel. Someone started replying and life interrupted. The signal looks alive, so we treat it like a mood, even when it may mean nothing much at all. This is the emotional bargain of modern messaging. We wanted communication to feel instant and got little traces of each other's attention. We wanted fewer unknowns and got more precise unknowns. It is not that someone has not answered. It is that they almost answered, or seemed to, or began to, or stopped. That is a different kind of silence. Most of the time, ordinary life is the answer. But the interface does not show ordinary life. It shows a signal. And signals invite interpretation. So we start managing our own dots too. We type, delete, wait, answer quickly, or avoid opening the conversation until we know what to say. The pause becomes part of the message. A tool designed to make conversations smoother creates new little rituals of anxiety and care. Because the dots are not always cruel. Sometimes they are the most comforting thing on the screen. When someone is grieving, the dots can mean, I am here. The problem is that care and avoidance can look exactly the same. Both can look like 3 dots. That is what makes the signal so powerful. It gives the heart just enough to start making things up. Small interface choices teach us how to feel. 3 dots are just design, but we experience them as moments. As someone not answering, almost answering, seeing us. Then sometimes, the message finally comes. Yeah. Okay. I miss you too. Or nothing comes. The dots disappear. The screen goes still. The room returns. But it does not feel exactly the same. Because for a few seconds, silence had movement inside it. That was the quiet revolution of the typing indicator. It did not invent waiting, longing, or the fear of being misunderstood. What it changed was the visibility of the almost reply, the almost confession, the almost apology, the almost ending. The 3 dots made the moment before speech visible. And once silence could be seen, it stopped being empty. It became a story.